Today's lab, we're going to try to look at the magnetic field around the Earth. We're going to look at the strength of the magnetic field in the classroom in different directions. I want to make sure you know when we talk about magnetic fields, the variable you'll see in mathematical equations is the letter B, and magnetic fields are measured in Tesla. The strength of the Earth's magnetic field is really small, so it'll probably be measured in microtesla and not actual whole numbers of Tesla. Okay, so what you want to do is you're going to take data that I've already collected for you since you're not here in school, and we're going to graph it out and then analyze it over the next couple of days. So the people in class will be collecting the data live, but you'll just be using the data that I generated for you. So this is what I did, and you can write these down as your steps. I taped some polar graph paper to the lab table. I made sure I oriented it as such that 0 degree was pointing toward the back of my classroom and 180 degrees was pointing toward the front of my classroom. I then took one of our little pocket labs and I put it right at the origin of that polar graph paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it says the x-axis and it has a little arrow. So in this case, we're pointing at 90 degrees. I collected magnetic field data as I spun the pocket lab, and I spun it 30 degrees at a time and then paused at each of those markings. So again, you can see that with this one, the X is pointing right to the 90-degree mark. Okay, I collected the data and I put the data in this picture for you. Make your best guess as to the magnetic field strength in each of these 30-degree increments. Okay, so for example, the 210 degrees is the one right here. And if I trace across, I'm somewhere between 20 and 30. And eyeballing it up, it looks like we're very close to about 27. So that's what I'd like you to do is just record what looks like the magnetic field strength in that direction. So start at 0, and then 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, and so on. And write down all of your different magnetic field strengths. So you'll have angle, they will be in degrees, you're going to do 0, you're going to do 30, you're going to do 60, and so on. The lab sheet that they're printing out and using in class will have more angles than what you're going to do. So you can skip any angles that are not multiples of 30. In the next column, you're going to have the magnetic field strength in microtesla. And again, you would just write down whatever number you estimate for each of these angles. Okay, once you're done that, we're going to curve fit using Desmos. This is not something that we've done before, and I will make you a separate video on how to curve fit it, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow. So all you have to do today is set up your lab sheet on the front, collect all your data for the magnetic fields at your different angles, make sure you have your steps written out, and make sure you have the purpose written out. All right, we'll do the curve fitting tomorrow.